Hey golfers, it's Dave from Fit2 Golf. This is the first installment of a video series I'll be adding to over time, which is about affordable club building. Now if you watch my videos, you know that I'm all about reviewing and building high-performance clubs at an affordable price. Sometimes that means going with small independent companies for components, and sometimes it means going with used equipment, or in the case of this project, both. So I challenged myself to build a fairway wood that would perform well for me for around $60. So let's get started with the specifications. So the head I selected is a brand new but discontinued Gentle Giant 7-wood head. This is 255 grams in weight, and I measured it at 21 degrees of loft. The crown has a very nice looking but somewhat dated kind of a cobalt blue metallic finish. The sole advertises that it uses the triangular weight system, so I guess there are triangular weights in there. And the face is made of maraging steel. Now, as I understand it, maraging is a process that hardens steel by exposing it to prolonged periods of heat. And this is a technology that's used in some of the premier fairway woods and hybrids today. I couldn't find out a whole lot about this company other than they used to operate out of Southern California, and they used to market their clubs to consumers through seminars and infomercials. They had a special technology they referred to as corrective club head positioning, or CCP. This is basically offset, and generous offset at that. When you see the swing videos in a little bit, you'll see how pronounced that offset is. So this is probably not a head you want if you tend to hook the ball. Now I got this head for $8 new. $8. Now of course when you have a bargain like that of a head, what do? Well, you pair it with a $300 shaft. We club fitters, we're a zany bunch. This is the Acra 250 M4 FX series shaft. The FX 200 series is a mid-launching shaft. M4 is the stiff flex. Now, I didn't pay $300 for the shaft. In fact, I got it for less than $50. And part of the reason for that was it was used. It was a shaft pull, and it had already been cut down to a length of about 40.5 inches, and not too many people are building drivers at that length. I chose this shaft for 3 reasons. The Acra shafts are of great quality and terrific performance. I also know that the 200 series matches my swing quite well, and this had a light weight. And even though I'm generally a fan of the rule of thumb of 10s, where the driver shaft is 10 grams lighter than the fairway wood shaft, which is 10 grams lighter than the hybrid shaft, I wanted to build something that I've referred to as the hammer approach. So basically a lightweight shaft and a heavy head. If you do this with the right shaft profile, you can build a club that allows the golfer to swing faster and with more confidence. Sometimes you need heavier. I'm not going to get on my shaft weight high horse here. Now put together, we got a lot going on here, right? We got the blue in the head and the bold Acra graphics with red and yellow and black. Kind of looks like something a clown would pull out of a bag of Skittles at a crayon factory. But this ain't no beauty contest. This is about performance. Assembled, this club is 41.5 inches long, and it's swing weighted D1. With the head installed, this comes in right on the number at 6.0 in terms of stiffness. Okay, so let's get into the performance. So when you look at the swing video I took at the range, again, you're going to see how pronounced the offset is on this club. This club had a really nice sound, and a nice kind of high-pitched fairway wood sound. That maraging steel face, I think, promotes that. It felt really solid when hitting it. The shaft also paired very nicely with this. Even though it's a lightweight shaft and a fairly heavy head, I could put an aggressive but smooth move on it and load the shaft, and it performed well. Now in terms of the numbers, I was getting ball speeds of 127 miles an hour, swinging at 91 miles an hour. I got a great carry distance of 196 yards, launching at about 17 degrees. Smash factor was 1.4, so doing a decent job of finding the center, and spinning at low 4,000s. I also took this club to a camera-based simulator so that I could get some idea about right to left, and found that even with that offset I was able to hit it straight, sometimes a little bit more of a draw, but I was happy with how it performed. So hopefully this is a good example, and it will inspire you to look for different ways of seeking out quality components, either new or used, and putting them together for an affordable, high-performing club. with a little knowledge about various components and some information about your own swing, you can probably experiment several times, and even if you fail the first few, you're still going to save money compared to a $250 OEM fairway wood. So I'd love to hear if you have a favorite combination that's affordable, if you've experimented with this yourself. So please feel free to post comments, subscribe to the channel, and stay positive.